Hey, my name's Jason Creel and you're watching The Lawn Care Life. You know, one of the best and worst parts of having a lawn care business YouTube channel, or a YouTube channel in general, is the comments that you get. I say best because I genuinely look for advice from people in the comments. I'll ask a specific question about what to do in my own lawn care business, and I'll ask people to leave comments, and I get a lot of great advice in the comments. Also get a lot of affirmation. People tell me how helpful the videos have been, or how much they've benefited, or how it's helped their own business, and those things are really great and part of why I do the videos. But along with that, and if you've got a YouTube channel, you can relate this, you get a lot of very ugly, harsh comments, and some that are just annoying, to be honest with you. So what I want to do in this video is to talk to you about some of the types of commenters that I get in my YouTube channel, and put them in categories. Now, if you find yourself falling into one of these categories, don't take it personal. This is mostly for entertainment purposes, no offense to be taken, but let's talk about some of the categories of commenters that I get on YouTube. The first category I want to mention is the late night vulgar commenter. Now, this guy usually posts on my channel sometime between midnight and 3 a.m. And I would like to think that they probably had some type of drink that's intoxicated them, and in their right mind they wouldn't say the kind of things they say. But they usually are looking at how many words do I know that begin with the letter F. And to be honest with you, it's not that many. It's usually around one word, but it gets repeated over and over in the comment. You know, fortunately YouTube, and I really am indebted to them for this, they give the YouTube creators a little button on their channel that says ban user from the channel. Okay, now I don't like using that just to use it. If somebody disagrees with something, that's not a reason to ban somebody. I mean, I like having dialogue. I like even taking constructive criticism. But when people come on there and are just making vicious personal attacks and saying things that's totally inappropriate, and of course they do it behind a fake name and no picture and all this other stuff. You know, we talk about liquid courage. When people are drinking, they get enough more courage to go ask a girl on a date or something like that. You can about multiply that by a 10 factor when they've had the liquid courage combined with a fake name and no profile picture. Then, you know, they say whatever they want to say at that point. And I know some of them would say, that probably would say that to your face if I saw you, and maybe that's even more questionable judgment on their part. I'm thankful that this is a very small group that fits in this category, and I'm also thankful that I can hide the user from the channel, and at that point they can no longer leave another comment on the channel, because really there's nothing constructive about it. The next category I want to mention is the new lawn care business owner who wants me to tell them everything they need to do starting from scratch. This one's a little bit tough sometimes. Sometimes I get somebody and they'll comment and they'll write in capital letters, and that, I guess it does help me see it more so, but they'll put on there, I'm brand new, need all the help I can get, any advice would be great, just where do I start, what I do, how do I get customers, what equipment should I buy, well, blah, blah, you know, and just go on and on and on and on and on. And the capital letters, you feel like they're yelling at you, and maybe they are yelling at you through the keyboard. And I understand it's a sense of desperation. Sometimes what I do, and honestly, y'all can like me or hate me for this, I have created paid options to help those people. And so sometimes I might offer them suggestions. Sometimes my suggestion is, I've got over 400 videos on YouTube that deal with lawn care business. Go watch all of those and then come back to me with your questions. Or I have these paid products that are on my website, lawncarelife.com, a little self-promotion, but you can go buy one of those, and in those situations, those are the people I'm trying to help. Just to be honest, we have had to say this more and more lately. I don't have time to answer all the questions I get, and so I try to focus on the people that help support the channel that way. The next category I want to mention is the person who's looking to pick a fight. Now, what I mean by that, what I mean is, it's somebody, let's say we had a vegetarian channel and we were talking about vegetarian recipes, and somebody comes on there and starts talking about how to properly grill a steak and stuff like that, and they have no intention of contributing anything to the actual channel. They just want to be contrarian and add something that will pick a fight, stir the pot, and not even really looking to have a conversation about it. For instance, I saw one the other day I thought was really bad. Somebody, I forget the story of the video or what I was reading, but somebody I think had died, and somebody made a comment on there about rest in peace or something like that, or something like see you again one day, something like that. Okay, well, one of the first comments on the channel was came attacking them, saying, how do you know that that you'll ever see him again? I hate weak-minded people who think that there's going to be some kind of afterlife. And they went on a total rampage just attacking the person because they made a comment, hope to see you again one day, or we'll see you again one day, talking about after they die. Now, personally, I think those are conversations worth having. I don't mind having those conversations. If you're a vegetarian, want to talk about eating meat, or if you want to talk about what happens after death or not doesn't happen, those are great conversations to have. But at the same time, when you come in for the simple purpose of trying to pick a fight, you're not really interested in discussing it. And how this happens on my channel, if y'all know, I do a lot of weed control and fertilization, which involves using herbicides. So what happens, I get the people, I'm doing a video on how to kill a particular weed. They come, attack me, talking about these chemicals are terrible. It's environmentalists, and they want to come and attack the channel and tell me all the physical defects that are about to happen to me, and you know, probably hope that it happens to me, honestly, by the tone of the comments. And it's like I said, if you want to have a conversation about that, that's one thing. But to me, if you're going to sit down and have a controversial conversation, you almost have to establish. I had this happen the other day. A guy that I was doing a spray in a yard with a particular product that is very commonly done in my area. And he comes on there and tells me what an idiot I am, and how this is, you know, how I don't know what I'm doing, what an idiot, I can't believe you're doing this. Well, I had other people comment behind him defending me, saying, actually, Jason's right on this one. I told him, the guy who made the comment, I said, be sure that you don't research this topic, because you are going to find out that you're dead wrong. And he, to his credit, he actually deleted his comment. But my point is, if you're going to have these conversations and the facts are presented right in front of your face that show that I'm wrong, can I admit that I'm wrong? And if the answer to that question is no, then just don't even have the conversation. And I need to say that to myself too. If somebody shows me that I'm totally wrong on something, can I humble myself enough to admit, okay, you're right, I was wrong, I changed my mind. Unfortunately, many people can't do that, and they just want to stir the pot, come on there and make some vicious comment about how I'm gonna end up with cancer and destroy the environment all at the same time, and they're not really interested in adding anything to the channel. The next category I want to mention is that person out there who likes to tell me their life story. Now, sometimes these are actually interesting. I don't necessarily mind this. Sometimes I'll get some comments where I feel like I need to probably pencil in a time to read this on my day planner or something. I mean, it's like it starts in kindergarten, and here's where I am now, and goes through all these details of how I ended up starting a lawn business. And like I said, if I've got time, a lot of times it's a good story, and I like to get a little background, so I don't mind it. But there's some people that really have a lot of time and effort and put into that comment, and I feel obligated to at least say something back to them, because I'm thinking, wow, they put all this effort into writing this out. I should at least say something like, go get them, hope it works out, best wishes, you know. But I try to give them a little more than that, but you know what I'm saying. I do get some of those, and these are somewhat annoying. If you do it, I just don't understand it. But they want to comment. As soon as you put a video up, they just put a comment up there that says first, so that they're the first comment. I don't quite understand that. One that might actually be more annoying than that, if possible, and that is the self-promoter who comes onto your channel and just for no other reason but to promote their own channel. So if I do a video that gets a lot of views, then somebody else will come on there and say, great video. I don't know if they actually watched the video or not. Check out my video on this topic. Or, hey, what about this women's underwear that we sell on this channel? Or what, you know, it's all this stuff that all they're doing is put some little comment and then like saying, oh, please watch me. So hoping that people that come down and read the comments. Now I understand this is a strategy, I guess, but to me, I really try not to utilize that strategy. If I'm going to add some value to somebody else's channel, just add value to their channel. Don't go in there and try to cross promote your own videos or your own products that you're trying to push on somebody. Another category I get, I would call it the back in my day commenter. And this is kind of like that old story where you talk about your grandparents and they walk to school uphill both ways, barefoot in the snow and that sort of thing. I get people and they're talking about back when they used to do lawn business, and I meet these people in person as well. They say, you know, I've been doing this for such and such a number of years, and back when we started, we used to do this, that, and the other. A lot of times it comes across like you young whippersnappers are never gonna quite be to the level that I am, because I've got so much experience. Now, I like talking to people that got more experience than me. If they'll simply just offer their advice, they think I can learn from you, you can learn from me. I mean, we can definitely learn from people that's got more experience, and at the same time, they can probably learn from younger folks on how to market and how to do things that appeal to younger people, because they're not young anymore. So to me, it has to be mutual. And some of my best commenters are older, and I can tell they've got a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge, and I appreciate that. There's just a few that sometimes come across like there's nothing you can teach me, young man. I already know it all. And I'm going to end by saying that all these categories I mentioned make up far less than half of all the commenters. The overwhelming majority of the commenters are great. They add to the channel, they add a lot of value. I look to them generally for advice and how to grow in my own business. And plus, it's just good to be able to interact with people in the comments section. So I'm all about leaving comments. I'll deal with the negative ones, the bad ones. There's things we can do to help eliminate those. But I genuinely appreciate your comments, your contributions to the channel. If you fit in one of these categories I've named, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm simply stating the categories. I think other people who have YouTube channels will be able to relate to this. My name's Jason Creel. You're watching The Lawn Care Life. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. Click on the channel link. Go check out the 400-some videos that I have already produced, especially if you're just starting out in the lawn business and you want to ask me, what do I need to do? I need all the advice right away. Go watch all those videos and get back to me. Here's some videos popping up for you now. Talk to you later. Bye.